Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Payne and welcome back to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. Today I want to cover an introduction to Honeyland, which is really quite something because they're an Apple-approved crypto game, one of the first we've seen in the App Store. Quite a bit of people are raving about this and the earnings are actually pretty good right now. It's on Solona as well, but I want to give you guys an introduction so you know everything you need to know before getting started with this. I'm finding it quite fun, to be honest, and addictive game. So there's also something really unique about this that these guys did, which I think is what allowed them to be compliant with Apple. So stay to the end of the video and I'm going to cover that. So it talks about joining the honey rush. You basically build your swarm. There's a queen and then you've got your bees. You send them out to harvest rewards. They can hunt. There's all kinds of different game modes. We'll get into that here soon. But that's basically the general premise of it. I really like the art and the graphics are quite nice. It really fits the mobile theme very well. Also, some of the stats, it talks about, over 100,000 bees, there's 2,000 owners, 35 million harvests, 7 million hunts, and it's cool to kind of see these numbers go up. Here's some gameplay screenshots. You can kind of see this one is like a boss that you would fight in the map. Also, the next one here, we've got like a PvP mode, which is pretty cool. So there's a way to battle. You even have an attack and defense stat on your bees. The very next one to the left of that, you can kind of see all the list of the bees there where they track all the stats. I'll just pause it here in the middle. So you can see on the left, there's upgrade level, health, attack, defense, agility, luck, capacity, recovery, endurance, breed, like, dislike, move. All of these things matter. So for people who like the resource management game, there's a lot of min-maxing and efficiency when it comes to playing this. I really like it. It's easy to play, hard to master. And then the next one I wanted to show you guys here is basically the map. You can kind of see it here. Now, I'll just freeze it in the middle. It's got these honeycomb tiles. These are all lands, and people's lands produce honey. You can send your bees to try to harvest their honey. They can send their own bees to try to harvest their own honey. There's actually a lot of competition between that, which is really neat. Now, some of the basics of the game. This is free to play, so it's free to play as long as you like. Something that's interesting about this, because it's on mobile, when you start the game, it'll actually create a Solana wallet for you. I actually recommend that's the best thing to do. You can connect with your Phantom wallet, but you cannot connect with a hardware wallet. That's something that I found kind of interesting. The only thing I haven't tried is running this on an emulator through Google and trying to see if I can connect it to a Phantom wallet there. But everyone in their Discord and the people in the community and the team basically told me the same thing. No, it's a software wallet. So the best practice, the thing that they recommended is sign in with Apple or Google, let the game make you a wallet. You can actually export the private key right from within the game. Then on a separate Google Chrome profile, one that you don't use for your other wallets, use Solflare or Phantom, just import the wallet there. That's basically the best thing you can do. I don't like it, you can't use a hardware wallet, but if that's the worst of it, honestly, that's fine. Just, make sure you're being safe. And you could just play the game and not even worry about the exporting until you're ready to kind of take something out, so that's another interesting thing. Talks about harvesting, so you earn honey. Honey is used to play games, buy assets, join events. It's basically used for everything, but one thing that they did that was really amazing, and I'll tell you guys here near the end, has to do specifically with the HXD token and how they made it accessible on the app. Hunting, I spent a lot of time doing this. You're actually sending them out to collect shards. These shards are what's going to help create items, which will help level up your bees, which obviously matter in a lot of different ways. It increases their mission cap so that you can send them out on more missions, improves their stats, things like capacity, endurance, so they can go to further zones with better rewards, or attack and defense if you're doing PvP. There's also breeding, so obviously, you want to make your hive bigger, try to breed as many as you can. They do have some interesting mechanics to try to prevent this, massive supply of breeding going like we've seen in some other games in the past. So it does cost, it's more expensive the more you breed bees, and there's kind of a overworld breeding tax, I guess you can say. Maybe not tax, but things will get more expensive in the universe because they do plan on having multiple universes. This is actually just the first universe. We've kind of heard that narrative with a lot of games before, but these guys definitely seem to be moving towards it. The whole lore of the game is about these multiple universes. And then land. So like I mentioned, land, you can own your own, send your own bees to it to try to get that harvest, or other people can contest you for it. And there's items and things you can put on the land to try to keep people away or make it better for you. I really like how they did the land part of this. PvP is interesting because you're basically, it's like a wager match almost. You're trying to get their resources, a winner takes all. They can revenge you. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think it's a real fun feature. And then there's a game mall, which is cool. There's like these mini games that give you these keys, which can open chests, which give you more rewards and more upgrades and more shards and things like that. And then there's a thing called the Hive Mind. And what I'll do, actually, I'll just jump right over here and show you. So I really like this. It's a great place to keep everything organized. You can kind of see my bees were down there at the bottom. You know, it shows me I've got a Beamium account. It shows me how many NFTs I have, how many have staked, my XP points. So you have a profile, like a main level that allows you to send out more bees. You know, there's other things that it unlocks, and then there's a VIP level. Now, what's interesting with the VIP is when you start off, there's a 30% tax trying to pull anything out of the game. It's quite hefty, but if you can level it up high enough, you can get it down to 10%. I still think that's a bit steep, but people are making good money playing this right now, and obviously it's working for them. And then, like I said, you can go down here, see all the bees. You know, I can open them up, go through all the stats, kind of see maybe I'm trying to match a bunch that have, you know, I want to get high endurance, or I'm trying to find ones that might have certain likes or dislikes, so I can match them up. This is just a great place to stay organized. You can also do kind of your hatching here. I prefer to do everything in the game. I just find that a little bit easier. And when you go to their site and you click buy HXT, it's going to bring you to Radium. You know, you can obviously do an easy swap for Sol into HXT, deposit it into the game, or you might even need to use it sometimes on the marketplace in Magic Eden. So just kind of going over here, you can see there's 10 different collections, quite a bit going on, but I'm just going to breeze through this because, like I said, this is just an introduction. There's the Honeyland Genesis, which is essentially the bees and the queens. You can get the eggs as well. Obviously, these are the most expensive. I think currently the floor price on the queens are about $5 grand USD. Floor price on the bees are about 500. And trust me when I say you want a lot of bees, so this can get quite expensive quite quickly. But if you want to look at more of a starter pack, you can take a look at some of the generations. There's Gen 1, 2, 3. Obviously, Gen 1 has the best stats, the least limitations. Gen 3 has the lowest stats. But, you know, I think you can get a decent queen and kind of match up some of the moods for bonuses. You know, maybe get like 7 or 8 bees for like $200. So you can start small to kind of figure it out, work your way up, or you could just play free to play as well. And then the utility collection. We've already talked about land, items, now passes. Passes are interesting because right now the best thing they do is they help you level up your VIP level quicker. So if you plan on investing a fair bit, getting a pass will allow you to get that exit tax down a fair bit. And there's other benefits and things that they've added to it. And as far as I know, they do currently stack, but that might change. So there is 4 different rarities of passes. You could get like a Rolls Gold and a Gold. You'll kind of get a bit of both benefits there, but I was told that that might change, so don't know. And then there's something called tickets, which is also kind of cool. Now, there is this fantastic resource, their help center. I spend a lot of time in here. There's really a lot of nuances to this game and a lot to learn. My favorite part is probably the charts, because it breaks down all the bonuses, the percentages, how the queen works, how the different bees work. You know, I really dove in super deep when I first found this game for about 2 days straight before I felt like I fully understood all of it. That takes a long time. You know, that took a long time compared to most games where I can, you know, we look at hundreds, right? I can jump in, pretty much get a good gist. I really had to get granular with this game, which I like about that. There's also a great Machinations game economy audit. I highly recommend you guys read this. Like I said, the no hardware wallet thing was kind of a for me, you know, but after going through this, I got more confident, you know, seeing how the community is receiving it right now. Like, they have a great Discord. Really, it's getting a lot of hype and attention right now, and it's earning. So I feel like this game is kind of leading, I guess you could say, the GameFi Bullrun, where we've got an Apple approved game, lots of liquidities going into it, the tokens pumping. But here's the thing that I want to explain to you guys that I think was brilliant that they did. You can buy the HXD token on their app as a microtransaction. Now, how did they do that? The whole game is essentially off chain. They take the data in the back end and then go execute it on chain. Now, right away, you're probably thinking, well, what about the 30% fee for Apple? Aren't I going to be paying 30% more for the token? Why wouldn't I just go to the exchange? Absolutely, you can do that. But what they're doing is they're adding in little bonuses like loot boxes and other goodies that they can throw in to kind of offset that. I still prefer going the normal Web3 route, but it means for a seamless experience for people on Web2. And then if they want to move to Web3 to try to pull some earnings out, that's when they essentially get onboarded. So this is amazing to see what they've done. And actually, there's quite a few more apps that have been released since this, just in the last week or two with App Store and Apple App Store approval that I'm just super excited. So I think these guys are kind of leading the way. Also, definitely check out their Twitter. Lots of great information on here. I'm just having a blast playing this game. It's nice playing something that's earning right now as well. It has a vibrant community, looks like a good economy. You know, I still have a bit more that I have to learn. So I just want to say thanks for everyone who subscribed to the channel. It really makes a big difference. And I appreciate everyone who slammed that like button. See y'all in the next video. Cheers.